Good morning, entrepreneurs and builders. Welcome to the Breaking Business Podcast, where we don't just talk marketing and entrepreneurship, we dissect it, we challenge it, we extract those golden nuggets that you can actually use every single day. Business is in your blood, and I'm here to make it boil. I'm your host, Dr. Wood. Now let's break it down and build something great. Today, I wanted to talk a little bit about a question that seems very divisive between people as I talk to various clients and, some of my friends and peers, even some of my mentors. And the question is saving money a scam? And this is a very interesting question to me because it kind of peers into your own position in life at the moment, right? And let me explain a little bit. Some of my friends make around $50,000 a year, right? And they spend somewhere around 25 to 35% on rent. Then they spend another 15% of their total income in transportation. They have a myriad of other things that kind of bring them to that $35,000 after taxes to where they can't save anything. And they never really ponder this question because they don't make enough to be able to say, hey, I need to save more money. I need to do more with it. Instead, they're always trying to double their income, or they're trying to figure out ways to better themselves, to make more money, transition to a better job. But then you get to an earning range of around $80,000 to $90,000, let's say, for example, and your disposable income becomes around $65,000. And with that, let's just say you maintain the same house, car, expenses as the peers around the $50,000 mark. Well, now you have a little bit more discretionary income. You have a little bit more that you could possibly save, and you have a little bit more that you can do luxurious things like you obviously go out, you watch a crap ton of movies off of Amazon by renting them or whatever. And to them, this question becomes more viable. So if I get to choose between this luxury that I can now afford, or I can save my money. And a lot of people in this range, because of the way they have struggled to get that amount of money, then it feels like saving money is more of a scam because of the immediate gratification right now of earning that money, right? You can't tell me if you earned an extra $20,000 tomorrow, you wouldn't go spend probably 50% of it because you just came into that amount of money. Their lottery winners are the exact same way, where that the government takes 40%, but the remaining 60% of hundreds of millions of dollars, you bet somebody's going to go buy a new car, somebody's going to go buy everything that they possibly have ever wanted because now they have access to that money. It doesn't matter what range of money is, it's more of a habitual mindset of, okay, I either get to spend or I get to save. Now, when you start to get even higher on that echelon of money earning, right? Let's put you at $150,000. Well, now you have a lot more of discretionary income, and you have the capacity to either put money in savings or put money into these various investments. And, when you look at the grand scheme of the S&P 500 or ETFs in the stock market or anything basically trading dollars for dollars, you then get into the mindset of, okay, well, now I can afford the luxuries and I can afford to be able to put money into a system that makes me more money. And so I think this question, is saving money a scam, is definitely dependent on where you're positioned at in life in terms of making money, in terms of income. If you live below your means, well then saving money is going to feel like a scam if you're not making a certain amount of money because you're already living below your means. Why am I saving this money for something 20 years down the road when I could be spending it now and not living like I'm impoverished? Or the flip side of it, you overspend your money and you can't do savings, and so money feels like a scam because you're never able to get enough to save. It's that position in life is definitely the biggest factor, I think, in whether or not you believe saving money is a scam. This coincides with other thoughts like, is the stock market a scam? Is crypto a scam? Is all of these various things, various forms of currency a scam? And it definitely depends on the mindset, because economies have always existed and the system of currency has always existed, but it shifts between what is valuable at the moment in times. Obviously, it went from bartering straight goods such as sheep or there was hides, furs, baby food, wood, all that raw goods. But then as we advance towards more availability of goods, we need a centralized currency to exchange those goods. So we bounce over to metals, specifically gold and silver, the shiny thing that everybody says, hey, that's valuable to me because it's shiny. And we have now put a system of values on it because it is this shiny rock that I like. That system has been in place for thousands of years. And then we slowly move off of it. Now we are at fiat currency, where the establishment of trust is dependent on all these myriad of it's a mixture of governance, free market values, and a few other nuanced overarching concepts that bring currency into its current valuation. Obviously, scarcity of the fiat currency itself also dictates what the value is. If we look at places like Venezuela, or even now with China pumping out another, 200 billion yuan to help their current banks. When you have that flood of currency, doesn't matter what it is, the value of that currency is going to go down to some degree based on all these other factors and the confidence of that currency. And so the question being, is money a scam, or saving money a scam? Literally, it's all perception based on these things in your life as well as the outer market. I don't think, me personally, I believe money and currency should be a leverage against time. So follow me with this. If you spend 8 hours a day and you make a certain amount of money, but you could spend 6 hours a day and make a little bit more doing something different or figuring out a different skill, whether it's 1% difference, or you have proportionate, right? So I go down 25% in the amount of time that I spend, but I get an increase or even a decrease of less proportionately. That's going to dictate, okay, I have bought more of my time back using this currency. So when I look at savings specifically, if I put my money into something that gives me a 5% return, and I am not spending that money and it's just sitting there doing nothing, I think it's a scam not to do something with your money, because you are essentially trading your time away from yourself if you don't. Because money will always be devaluing, because there's always going to be, now that we're on a fiat currency, until we get off of that to some degree, there is always going to be somebody printing more money in the outer market that you have no control over. So if I personally can trade my dollars for more dollars and buy back my time, well, time is finite. I have only 24 hours a day. I only have 16 hours on average of working capability. You bring that down even further with eating. You have, obviously, if you have work, you have the 8-hour work schedule. You have family time. You have all these other things that go into what you have available for time. So if you're able to buy back your time, if money equals time and more time is made using the savings system, then no, I don't believe that money is a scam. But if you are saving it for the sake of saving it, and you say you have a business and you have the capacity to increase using your savings to make even more money, that is trading dollars for dollars, right? Depends on how much time you're going to use to make that increase or figure out how to make that increase. But still, the concept of utilizing those savings and those dollars for more dollars, then it's not a scam. Let's put yourself in the shoes of the extreme. You have $10 million in your hands right now. Go through everything in your wildest fantasies that you would spend $10 million on. And I want you to look at your biggest purchases. You have, the biggest extreme that I can think of myself is mansions, planes, and luxury cars. Okay, so let's take that out because you're a reasonable person and you don't want to blow all your money that you just received. You aren't going to be able to spend that $10 million reasonably without sticking it into something like savings, stock market, other businesses. It's just an extreme. It's just not viable to be able to spend all that money. Or if you decided, hey, I'm going to put that $10 million in the S&P, or I'm going to put the $10 million into something else that generates me even more money, that you're not going to take it because you constantly are trying to figure out better ways to utilize what you currently have. And so now you get this, essentially the asset of $10 million to utilize how you see fit. And surprisingly enough, $10 million, hey, what if I could turn it into $12 million? Hey, what if I could turn it into $20 million? That thought process is, something that crosses people's mind. And you can't really think it's a scam. Saving it is a scam because if I save it for 4%, I can't do quick maths in my head, but isn't 4% $400,000? So $400,000 a year if I just stuck my $10 million into a high interest savings account. So what is, back to the final little ramble I have on what saving money and whether or not it's a scam. The answer is definitely yes and no, depending on where you're at in life. And I believe if you currently are struggling to find more dollars but you don't have enough time, then I think you need to utilize the time that you have to figure out another way to make more money with the same time you have allocated, or figure out a way to make more money using less hours. And that could be in investing in yourself, investing in a business. If you are lucky, then you'll pick the right stock. If you are very fortunate, you might come up with a good business plan or 50-page business plan to sell somebody. You have so many different ways of making money, and your time is the most important of this. Money is just arbitrary, looking past, present, future. It will continually be arbitrary as long as you are not the center point of control for how that money is valued. Yeah, I think that's all I wanted to ramble about. Thank you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, share it with your friends. If you have any comments, questions, or concerns, post them below and let me know your thoughts and opinions. If you don't agree with anything I said, please, but post it down below. Let's start a dialogue. I would rather learn the different perspectives than argue against the perspectives. And yeah, see you on the next one. Bye.